Maharaj. Dandavat Pranams.
Radhe Radhe. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parjana Sahitam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Savadvita Rupam tasyagadamarupurim masurim goshtavatim Radha kundam girivaramoho radhika madhavasha Prapsto yasya pratita krupaya Shri Gurum tam natosmi Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhi Pradaya Sarvamangala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidayine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone, welcome to the Vrindavan Dham. So it's now evening time. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmadeva Guru Pad Padma Nityala Parishta Jayat Guru Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Trendy Swami Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj, Nam Nishta Santa Shri Aniruddha Das Prabhuji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are gathered here for the online class. Please accept my humble obeisances. And today we are celebrating Ekadashi. And tomorrow also, Shripada Dandi Maharaj told me to fast. So 2 days fasting, fruit. We are having cucumber and all. So very nice. In Anand Dham, settled here finally. Shri Anand Swarup Kela gave me a room, and it's all mercy of Radharani. So I am very happy. Shripada Dandi Maharaj mercy, Shri Gurudev mercy. So share Prabhu's mercy, because no one can come to Vrindavan without the mercy of Radharani. Radharani has mercifully bestowed this place. Guru and Vaishnavas have bestowed this place. So we are studying Madhura Kadambini, Yushvarshini Vritti. We are on page number 424. Moreover, having received darshan of Bhagwan's beautiful form, the devotee is completely wonderstruck and regards the numerous similes he had created in his prayers while meditating upon Bhagwan's form to be fallacious and trivial. So, like for example, one prayer is there. Namo Narina Netraya Venu Vadya Vinodine Radha Adhara Sudha Pana Shaline Vanamaline. That Krishna's eyes are compared here to lotuses. But these similes or these comparisons are very futile. They are not very powerful. Because you see that Bhagwan is beyond any comparison. He is incomparable. He is asamortha tattva. No one is equal to him. No one is superior to him. So how can any material comparison be actually applicable to Bhagwan? So here it is told very clearly that the devotee realizes numerous similes he had created in his prayers while meditating upon Bhagwan's form to be fallacious and trivial. Correct. Even thinks that his folly has led to an offense, that of comparing Bhagwan's transcendental form to objects of this world. Because objects in the material world, they actually material in nature. Bhumi rapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhi revacha ahankari iti amme bhinna prakriti rashtada. So earth, water, fire, air and ether, these things make the material world, but Bhagwan's body is Sachidanandamaya. So how can any comparison apply to Bhagwan? Shri Krishna's beautiful form, which is composed of eternality, cognizance, and bliss, is incomparable and cannot be described by comparisons say, the moon or the lotus, which are but transformations of the five material elements. The moon, for example, has spots. The moon has spots, but uh, Bhagwan is spotless. Avtirane Gaura Chandre Vistirane Prema Sagare Yena Majjanti Te Mahanartha Sagare. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared from the womb of Mother Shachi, and he is like a full moon, spotless moon. And that time there was a lunar eclipse because Bhagwan was indicating that the moon is having defects in Kali Yuga, and in any Yuga, you see that the moon will undergo eclipses. But Bhagwan is free from any eclipse, and Bhagwan is free from any spots. So this is the greatest quality of Bhagwan, that he is no spots and doesn't undergo any eclipse, while the moon in this material world goes eclipse. For example, lotus. If you compare Bhagwan to lotus, all right, that is also good. Lotus is considered very pure, but lotus has some defects. The lotus will wither away. Like in we hear in Gaudiya Kantahar that the living entity is also compared to a lotus, and Bhagwan is compared to the sun. The sun will rise and the lotus will bloom. But if the lotus is not situated in water, then certainly that lotus will wither. So Guru is like water. So here, if you compare Bhagwan's eyes or Bhagwan himself to the lotus, blue lotus or something like this, Indivara, Indivara means blue lotus. The lotus will wither without water, but Bhagwan will never wither. Lotus is perishable, Bhagwan is imperishable. So the lotus and the moon are nothing but the transformations of the five material elements. Now, what are the five material elements? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So lotus is called Pankaja. Panka means mud. One who's born from the mud is called Pankaja. Namo Pankaja Nabhaya, Namo Pankaja Maline, Namo Pankaja Mitraya, Namaste Pankajangre. So if Bhagwan is compared to Pankaja, the lotus which is born from the mud, the lotus is made out of mud. So how can it be compared to Bhagwan who's transcendental? So lotus has some defects, but Bhagwan has no defects. So Shri Bilungal Thakur has described Krishna in Shri Krishna Karnamrit. Bilungal Thakur is actually a gopi, in Krishna Paksha gopi. Someone may say that he was a Brahman who was attached to Chintamani, prostitute by the name Chintamani. And someone may say that he was born in South India. Someone may say that he became Shankaracharya and he did bhajan for 700 years in Braj and this and that. But anyways, that is not his real identity. The real identity of Bilungal Thakur is that he's a Krishna Paksha Gopi, but he's a Sadhan Siddha. There are two types of living entities. Those are Sadhan Siddha and there are Kripa Siddha. So those are perfected by one's Sadhan Bhajan and those are perfected by one's Bhagwan's Kripa. And then there are sadhakas and there are siddhas. So our Bilungal Thakur falls in the category of imperfect devotee, sadhaka, practicing devotee, who became perfect by mercy of Bhagwan and sadhan bhajan. Understand? So when Bilungal Thakur was attached to that prostitute, he was still a sadhaka. But he is a very intense sadhaka, heavy sadhaka. We cannot imitate him, nor can we think that we are like him. Because when he saw that his eyes are attracted to opposite sex, then immediately he just plucked out his eyes using the hairpin of the same woman he was attracted to. We can't dare to do so. We cannot punish our senses like Bilungal Thakur, nor we should imitate like that. But he wrote one book called Krishna Karnamrut, and this Krishna Karnamrut is like a great nectar for Bhagavan Sri Krishna's ears. Krishna liked it so much that actually it is called Amrita, nectar for the ears of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So in Krishna Karnamrut, it is told, Tattvam Mukham Katham Tavam Bhujatulya Kaksham Vacham Avachin Anuparvani Parvani Do. Tam kim bruve kimaparam bhuvanekakanta venutvad ananam anena samam nuyatsya. How can your face be compared to the lotus? It is also impossible to compare your flawless face, which is beyond description, to the moon, which gradually wanes until it is no longer visible. Hmm? So here, Tattvam Mukham Katham Ivambuja Tulya Kaksham. Ivambuja. Ambuja. Ambuja means, Ambu means the water. Ja means born. What is born from the water is called Ambuja. Ambuja is another name for lotus. Lotus is born from water and also from the mud. So when you're born from the mud, you say Pankaja. Born from water, you say Ambuja. Ambujan. Ambu. So in Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, when glorifying Krishna, he has actually said Ambu. Ambu means actually water. Ambuda. Ambuda means cloud, which gives the water. And Ambuja means what is born from water. Lotus is called Ambuja and cloud is called Ambuda. So here Bilamal Thakur says that Tattvam Mukham Katham Ivam Bujatulya Kaksham. Oh Krishna, your face cannot be compared to the lotus. Vacham Avachinanu Parvani Parvanindo. Hmm. It is also impossible to compare your flawless face, which is beyond description, to the moon, which gradually wanes until it is no longer visible. So we know that the moon wanes. Why moon wanes? Because he was attached to Rohini. He has some extra wives who are the sons of Prajapati, the daughters of Prajapati Daksha. But because of his partiality to Rohini, he was cursed by his father-in-law that he will gradually wane and disappear. But Lord Shiva told him, you will wane and then wax. You will wane and you will wax. So you will not perish. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the moon wanes. So but Krishna's face doesn't wane and wax. O sole master of the universe, to what can I compare your beautiful face as you play upon your flute? Tam kim bruve kim aparam bhuvanaika kanta. Krishna is compared to the Lord of the universe. Bhuvanaika kanta. And it is said that Venutvad Ananam Anena Samam Nu Yasya. Especially there is a flute on your lips and you're smiling gently and playing the flute and you are singing the Pancham Rag, the fifth note. Oh, it is incomparable. Really, it is incomparable. Here the Bilungal Thakur is telling like that. Leela Shuk. Bilungal Thakur's another name is Leela Shuk. There's a footnote out here. Leela Shuk is the name of Sri Bilungal Thakur, who is like Shukadev Goswami in the way it describes Sri Krishna's pastimes Leela as sweetly as a parrot, Shuka. So, Shuka means the parrot. Kirena. Kira also means parrot. Kirena Bhashita. So he's called Leela Shuk because he's describing Krishna's pastime as sweet like a parrot. So Leela Shuk writes the next verse as if Krishna had then inquired, "O Leela Shuk, how can have how then can have various poets compared my face, smile and so on to the lotus and the moon? Why do you not do the same?" So here Lord Krishna is telling, "Oh dear Leela Shuk, that people are comparing my face and smile to the lotus and the moon. So you also follow the precedent and follow the predecessor acharyas and poets." So here Leela Shuk is telling, Sashru Sushru Shave Shunuyadi Pranidhana Purvam Urvaira Purva Kavivir Na Katakshitam Yad Nirajana Kramadhuram Bhavad Ananendo Nirvyajam Arhati Chiraya Shashi Pradeepa. Oh Prabhu, if you wish to hear my response, please listen. Poets of old have seen your beautiful form in their deep meditation. They have compared your face to the moon and the lotus only because they were limited by their poetic ability. Truly, the moon is nothing but a camphor lamp suitable for circling your lotus face in arti and then being put to one side. So here, शुश्रूषसे शृणुयदि प्रणिधानपूर्वं पूर्वैरपूर्वकविभिर्न कटाक्षितं यत् निराजनक्रमधुरं भवदानन्दोर् निर्व्याजम् अर्हति चिराय शशि प्रदीपम्. So here it is told in India, if you go to come to any Sri Vaishnava shrine, you will see that they will light up the camphor and they will do the arati of the Thakurji, Narayan or Krishna with the camphor. Now here, camphor is white in color. Camphor apparently is a plant product, but right now, what is the camphor which is being sold in the temples, used in the temple, is a petroleum product. It's a petroleum byproduct. But the real good camphor is called Bhimseni Kapoor. It is really good and very healthy, um, and it is used in tooth powder also. But this camphor is white in color. So, and generally in tablets they make of camphor are also small, round, like moon. They look like small moons. So that's why Bilamangal Thakur is telling that this moon is like a camphor lamp just to wave around your beautiful face. Otherwise, and the great poets, they saw your beautiful form in their meditation. It is actually very rare to pursue Krishna in meditation. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Manamanasa Madhukara Marpaya Nijapada Pankaja Makarande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Yadyapi Samadhishu Vidhirapi Pashati Natava Nakhagra Marichim Idamichami Nishamyata Vachyuta Tadapi Krupabhuta Vichim Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Even in the deep meditation, Brahma and Shiva cannot behold Krishna's form. But some great devotees are able to behold Krishna's form, but their tongue is not eloquent enough to glorify Krishna's form. That's why many poets they simply chant the Hare Krishna mantra. They say, Kalyananam Nidhanam Kalimala Mathanam Pavanam Pavananam Patheyan Mamukshai Padapada Prapte Prochamanam Vishramasthanamekam Kavirvachasam Jivanam Sajjananam Bijam Dharma Drumasate Prabhuvat Bhavatam Bhute Krishnanama. So when the poets become tired of glorifying Krishna's qualities, because there are no, they don't get tired, but the glories are endless, so they cannot find the end to the glories of Krishna. So what they do, they simply start chant the Hare Krishna mantra. They said that is enough. We cannot find end to the glories of Krishna, name to the end to the glories of name, form, qualities of Krishna. So why not just start doing Nama Sankirtan? So truly, the moon is nothing but a camphor lamp suitable for circling your lotus face in arti and then being put to one side. The Premi Bhakta says, "O Prabhu, I will never again minimize your unparalleled beauty by comparing it to something of this world." So it is basically minimizing Krishna's beauty because the Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes they are incomparable. The Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes are incomparable, and that's why they cannot be compared to anything in this world. This is understandable. So the devotees darshan of Bhagavan, Dham and companions. Now devotee is able to behold Bhagavan's Dham. Now this is Dham. Dham literally means abode. So now sitting in Vrindavan Dham, I am contemplating that this Dham is very special. This is very, very special. Because simply by coming in Vrindavan Dham, you cannot forget Krishna. Really, even if you try to forget Krishna, you cannot. Because everywhere, every tree, every place, devotee site, pastime places of Radha Krishna, they remind you of Radha Krishna. And this is actually a very special abode. And that's why in Vrindavan, everywhere Bhagavad Katha is going on. Devotees are circumambulating Vrindavan Dham. Everyone is having tilak. And everyone is Krishna conscious. Even the autowalas are Krishna conscious. You'll never see in the world that autowalas, they are actually riding auto. Today I saw one. taxi auto wala. He was riding auto. There's a Western Mataji next to him, maybe his wife, with both tilak. I said, wait a minute. This is like super sight because everyone is devotee here. Everyone is. Your rickshaw walas don't say, oh, move, side, side. No, they say Radhe, Radhe. Sabji wala, fruit wala, they say Radhe, Radhe. Hare Krishna. So they say Radhe, Radhe. That is what they say. So, evam bahuvidham shamsati tasmin ati प्रसन्नेन भगवता पुनरपि प्रेयसी भावतस्तस्य यथा संभवम् अभिप्सितं तदात्मिक तत्स्व विलास विलक्षितम्. दिस संस्कृत. श्री वृंदावनम कल्प साखिनम महायोगपीठम स्वप्रेयसी वृंद मुख्यम श्री वृषभानुनंदिनीम् तत्सुखी तत्सखी श्री ललितादयस्तत् किंकरीर अपि स्व वयस्यान् श्री सुबलादीन् स्व पाल्यमाना नैचिकीश्च श्री यमुनां श्री गोवर्धनम भाण्डीरं च नन्दीश्वरं गिरिं तत्रत्य जनक जननी भ्रातृबन्धु दशा दासादीन् सर्वान् एव व्रजौकसो रथोत्कर्षेण दर्श दर्शयित्वा तत्तत् आनन्द महा मोह तरङ्गिण्यां तं निमग्नीकृत्य स्वयं परिकरेणेनान्तर्यते. Now very wonderful Sanskrit. Not that I understand every single word. Some words I can understand, some I cannot. Complex language, but it's very sweet. When a devotee thus laments, Bhagwan becomes exceedingly pleased with him. Now see, devotee is lamenting and Bhagwan is becoming happy. So that is what it is, Bhakti Yoga. The more we cry for Bhagwan, more he becomes happy. It is simply like a mother who is very happy when the child is crying for breast milk or to be attended by the mother. Mother doesn't feel burdened, rather she's happy. A baby is crying for me. So, Srila Bhakti, Srila Gauravan Maharaj actually, he used to give the definition of Bhakti Yoga. What is Bhakti Yoga? And we have heard many definitions. We used to quote maybe from Chaitanya Bhagavad that Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga Dhana, Bhakti Yoga Krishna Shravana Karana, Krishna Nama Ucharana Karandana. He was telling that Bhakti Yoga means simply crying for Krishna. Loudly calling out his names, hearing his Harikatha and crying. So when devotee laments, actually in the material world, lamentation is considered very bad. Suppose someone is crying for his wife, or son, or job, or career, or lost property or house. That crying is considered inauspicious. Generally, we are not supposed to cry before the deity. But suppose someone is crying in love for Krishna, crying for Krishna, then that is very auspicious. Uh, like gopis. Yasam Hari Kathodgitam Punati Bhavanatra. Gopis wept and called out. Gopi Git. Jayeti te vikam janmana vraja Shrayatmindira Shashwadatrahi Sahita Drishyatam Dikshutavakas Tvai Druta Sado Tvam Vichinvate. And they're crying. And Krishna is very happy to hear the cry. Because they're crying for Krishna. So, in accordance with the particular mood and cherished desire of the devotee, such as Presi Bhav, he reveals a vision of Sri Vrindavan. Hmm? The abode filled with his divine loving sporting pastimes Vilasa, of wish fulfilling trees and of the Mahayoga Pita of Sri Radha Krishna surrounded by their intimate eternal companions. Hmm? So it is told that in accordance with the particular mood and cherished desire of the devotee, such as Presiva. Now, devotee may have Presiva. Presiva means actually I am Krishna's prayers, like Vrinda Devi is Krishna's prayers. Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Radha Krishna Seva Pabo E Abhiraji Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo. So who are actually Radha Krishna's prayasi? Radharani is Krishna's prayasi. Vrinda Devi is Krishna's prayasi. Lalita is Krishna's prayasi. Vishaka is Krishna's prayasi. Radharani is obviously prayasi. So, some devotee aspire for prayasi and some aspire for the mood of the servant of any prayasi. Either way. So he reveals a vision of Vrindavan to them because it is not possible that you can become prayasi in Dwarka or Ayodhya. It will not be possible to experience prayasi bhav there. Because in Ayodhya there is mood of awe and reverence. Although Sita is Lord Ramchandra's consort and his legally wedded wife, but her mood is that I am made servant of Ramchandra. In Dwarka also Satyabhama and Rukmini they are consorts of Krishna, but they also have a mood that we are actually made servants of Krishna. So therefore only in Vrindavan there is Shuddha Prayasi Bhav. Uh, so Vrindavan is actually what? The abode filled with his divine sporting pastimes, vilas. So that is vilas means sweet pastimes. Vrindavane mukundasya nitya lila virajate spattamesha rasatvam na na janadvira vinochyate ta virnitya vilasame vatanute vrindavane madhu. That in Vrindavan, Krishna's eternal pastimes are going on. Although Shukdev Goswami knows those pastimes, he told that Krishna went to Dwarka. But fact remains that Vrindavanam Parityajya Padam Srikarma Gacchati. That Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, even one never steps out of Vrindavan. So therefore, there are wish fulfilling trees, Kalpa Vruksha. Chintamani Prakarasatmasa Kalpa Vruksha Laksha Bratu Shiv Suravira Vipalayantam. So every single tree here is desired. We cannot see that. But Gurudev told that any tree in Vrindavan, if you embrace that tree can give you the vision of Radha Krishna's pastimes and fulfill your desires. And that's why every tree in Vrindavan is desired. That's why it's very strictly no to pluck any leaf of any tree here. There are neem trees, but if you want use to neem leaves as medicine or toothbrush you want to make from neem tree, then I wouldn't do that. I would rather go to say Baba Ramdev shop or some other Ayurvedic shop. I saw today many shops are near Chaitanya. They will give you some neem tablets, which is the neem harvested from outside Braj. But in Vrindavan, I wouldn't pluck any leaf from any tree or any tree person because they are all associates of Krishna. They're all associates of Krishna. That we have to be very careful. They're all wish fulfilling trees. And the Mahayoga Pit of Sri Radha Krishna, surrounded by their intimate eternal associates, companions. What is Yoga Pit? Yoga Pit is a meeting place. There is Yoga Pit in Navadvip. Like evening time we sing Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Ko Sobha Jannavi Tatavan Jadamanaloba Dakshine Nitai Chanda Bame Gadadhara Nikate Advaita Shri Nivasa Chatradhara बसियाचे गोरा चंद रत्न सिंहासने आरती करे न ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गणे. So you are seeing that Mahaprabhu is sitting on a throne and Gadadhar, Advaitacharya, Srivas Pandit, Sanjay Mukunda, they are all surrounding him. This is Yoga Pit, where the many devotees meet. So in Vrindavan also there is Yoga Pit. And in that Yoga Pit, all the eternal associates of Sri Krishna come and surround him. There is so Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Milan. Arati Koroe Lalita Disakigan. Madana Mohana Rupa Trivanga Sundar. Pitambara Shiki Pichachuda Manoharam. Lalita Madhava Vami Vrishabhanu Kamya. Sunila Vasana Gauri Rupe Gune Dhanya. So you'll see that Krishna will give us vision of Radharani and also Lalita and Vishakha. So in Mahayoga Peeth of Vrindavan, where Krishna played the flute song and attracted the gopis, and Radharani is surrounding him, Lalita Vishakha also there. We'll have darshan of all the gopis along with Krishna, no doubt about it. Um, so the foremost among his beloveds, as well as the darshan of her Sakhi Sati Lalita and Vishakha, and their maid servants. Krishna will bestow upon us the darshan of not just Lalita Vishakha along with Radharani, but he will bestow upon us the darshan of the maid servants of Lalita Vishakha. Who are the maid servants of Lalita Vishakha and Radharani? Rupa Manjari, Lavanga Manjari. They all are actually uh, under the Lalita and Vishakha's guidance. They are serving Radha Krishna. Understand? So also our Guru Rupa Sakhi and all. So he also confers upon him darshan of his sakhas such as Subal, the cows. He maintains the river Jamuna, Shri Govardhan, Bhandirvan, and Shri Nandishwar Hill. So Krishna will not only bestow upon the sadhaka darshan of his forefather. So Krishna will not only bestow the darshan of the Sakhis, but also of Sakhas. Sakhas like Subal. Subal is actually one special Sakha who is dressed like a female with skirt and blouse will look like Radharani. Radharani is also so special that she is dressed in dhoti and kurta. She will look like Subal. Subal is Priyandaram Sakha. Subal is Krishna's Priyandaram Sakha. And also the cows. Cows are also very important because Krishna is, all cows are Kamadhenus. They are wish fulfilling cows. So Krishna will look after the cows. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Nama. Krishna is very much attached to the Brahmanas and also is very much attached to the cows. He wants to serve the cows. So Shipa Dandimar is also always serving cows. Yesterday I was speaking to Maharaj. Maharaj said that one cow did not come to Goshala night before. Then we searched for her and then she had given birth to a calf in the jungle. So then they brought the cow along with the new calf. He's so worried about the cow protection that he's always searching the cows, where they are gone, why not come back, whether they have been given fodder, is their health is good. So Krishna also has to look after the cows like Sripad Dandi Maharaj is looking after the cows. So he maintains the river Shri Jamuna. Now Jamuna is actually Vishakha Sakhi. She is the daughter of sun god. And sun god created Yamaraj and Yamaraj was troubling everyone. So sun god also created one daughter called Jamuna. The Jamuna is Tattva non-different from Vishakha. Vishakho Rasya Vishnu Yasyam Nitya Jaratmani Nityam Nimajati Prityatam Saurim Yamunam Stuma. That Jamuna is actually Vishakha. Vishakha who sports on the chest of Krishna all the time. That Vishakha is born as Jamuna. So we always have to take mercy of Jamuna. Ganga Tirtha Parisevita Pada Padmam Goloka Saukharsapuram Mahim Mahimna Apla Vitakila Sudham Sujalam Sakhavdo Radha Mukunda Muritam Yamunam Namami. Yamuna is actually younger sister. Ganga is the elder sister. It is generally the precedent that elder sister should be served by the younger sister. But here is opposite. Here the younger sister, Jamuna, is being served by elder sister Ganga. And if you ask a question, who is more beautiful, Yamuna or Ganga? Then you can very easily say that Yamuna is more beautiful because she's younger and she's very attractive. So Jamuna. Then she Govardhan. Govardhan. Go means cows. Vardhan means develop, grow, nourish. One who nourishes the cow is called Govardhan. Govardhano jaiti shaila pula adirajo यो गोपिका विद्युतो हरिदास वर्या कृष्णेन शकलं कथं कृतार्चितोऽयम् सप्ताहम अस्य कर पद्म तलेपि आवासीत. So Govardhana Jaiti Shaila Kuladiya. So Govardhana is the crest jewel of all the mountains. Yo Gopika Virjito Haridasa Vajja. So all the gopis declared him to be best of the servants of Lord Hari. In order to break the sacrifice of Shakra or Indra, uh, Krishna lifted Kiraj Govardhan for 7 continuous days. At that time, all the torrential rain that fell on Giraj Govardhan, so Krishna also dried it up through the help of Sudarshan Chakra or trident evolved by Sri Chakleshwar Mahadeva. Some people say that Agastya drank that water. So in this way, Giraj Govardhan protected Braja from inundation, cosmic inundation, which Indra had let loose because he was envious, because his worship was stopped. And then Bhandirvan, Bha means light. Where there is the land of light, Bharata, where people are engaged in pursuit of light. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amrutangamaya. So don't stay in darkness, go to the light. Uh, So what is the light? The knowledge is light. Bhandira. Govardhana Bhandiravan. So Bhandiravan is one of the boundary of Rajamandal. Govardhana Bhandira Rasapithai Trisimakayo Janapanchakena Mite Vibhutvat Amite Pichasmin Namastu Vrindavanae Vavasa. Vishwanacharya Thakur has actually extremely great Prajanishta. He said, I should always stay in Vrindavan. What is Vrindavan? Bhandira Govardhana Rasa Pithai Trisima Keyo Janapanchakena Mite Vibhutvat Amite Pichasmin Mamasta Vrindavana Vasa. What is the dimension of Vrindavan? It is a Pancha Yojana. Yojana Panchakena. 1 yojana is 8 miles. 8 mile is, I would say, 12 kilometers. So around 12 into 5, 60 kilometers. That is the periphery of Vrindavan. One side there is Giraj Govardhan, one side there is Bhandirvan, and there is Rasastali. Yeah? So that Bhandirvan is that is actually one great banyan tree is there. And Jamuna was also flowing in Bhandirvan very close by. And the Sakhas, they used to use the branches of this huge banyan tree to cross the Jamuna. Like I have seen many times monkeys also. Monkeys can cross using the branches. In India, I have seen monkeys doing like somersault and also using the electric wires to cross from this side of the road to that side of the road. So sakas also like monkeys, they used to climb up the tree, banyan tree, and used to cross from this shore of Jamuna to that shore of Jamuna using the branches of this banyan tree. So there is Bhandir Vat is also there. Vata means banyan tree. And Sri Nandishwara. Nandishwara means Lord Shiva became the mountain, Nandishwara hill. Because Lord Shiva wanted to witness Krishna's sweet pastimes. So Lord Shiva became the Nandishwar hill. So, na dharmam shridikana niraktam kila guru. Praja Radha Krishna prachara paricharyam yadanu shaji sunam Nandishwara patisutatve guruvaram mukunda preshtatve paramajastra anusmaramana. So, don't engage in dharma, religious activities or religious activities. Rather worship Nandishwara Patisutta, Sri Krishna. And consider him to be non-different from Sachidanand Gauranga. Sachidanand Gauranga to be non-different from Sri Krishna who sports on the Nandishwar hill. So Krishna grew up on this Nandishwar hill. Nandagaon is present on Nandishwar hill. So he grants him darshan of Sri Nanda and Yashoda. Who's Nanda Maharaj? Nanda Maharaj is actually Krishna's eternal father. Nandam kim akorod brahma shreyo mahodaya Yashoda cha mahabhaga papo yasya staram hari. Yashoda, she breastfed Krishna and Nanda Maharaj actually Sundar Kurcham Mukundartanayana Nandam Tundina Vapusham Gauratvisham Bandhu. Nanda Maharaj is golden in color. Wonderful, his eyebrows are very wonderful. And he is Tundila Vapusham. Tundila means he has little bit belly, pot belly. If a wife is a good cook and husband is also a great relisher of prasadam, then immediately the husband will grow pot belly. Pot belly is sign that the wife is a good cook. If husband is lanky and very thin, then it knows that a wife is not a very good cook, or either she is not feeding very lovingly. So Nanda Maharaj has pot belly. Nandam Tundila Bapusham, little chubby and potbin. Gaurat Prisham Bandi, but he has golden complexion. And his eyes are always attracted to Krishna. He's always seeing very Krishna. And Yashoda, one who gives the fame to the world, one who gives success to the world. Yasha means fame and success. So the world becomes successful because she begot one son. Mukta Munina Mrugyam Phalam Kopi Devaki Falati Tat Paleti Yashoda Nikamam Upo Bhanjate Gopya. So great sages, Mukta Munina Mrugyam Phalam Kopi Devaki Falati. Great sages are searching for Krishna, and our mother Yashoda begot that fruit of Krishna. And Devaki begot that. And Yashoda maintained that fruit, and the gopis enjoyed that fruit. Actually, many times people think that Yashoda is foster mother, Nanda is the foster father. But our Goswami says that no, Nandastum Atmaja Utpanne Jatallada Mahamana. That Bhagavatam it is told that Nanda begot one son, Atmajam. Atmana Jayatiti Atmajam. One is born from one's body, that is Krishna. So Krishna is born from the body of Nanda Maharaj. He is not a foster son of Vasudeva or something. He is not a foster son of Nanda Maharaj. He is a real son. And also in Gopi Gita also it is told, Jayati te dhikam janmana braja, that you are born in Braja only, Krishna is telling. Gopis are telling that Krishna is born in Braja. Another is actually, Brahmaji is also praying that now midday Vishe Tadidambara Gunjavatam Saparipichal Sanmukhaya Vanyasvade Kavala Vetra Vishana Venu Lakshma Shri Amrudupade Pashupa Anga Jaya. Krishna is called Pashupa Anga Jaya. Krishna's body has come from Pashupa. Pashupa means one who maintains the animals. Pashupa Anga Jaya. So Krishna is born from the limbs of maintainer of cows, Nanda Maharaj. So Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yashoda. He is born from the womb of Yashoda. But this was not revealed by Shukdev Goswami very much, because people will misunderstand and how Krishna performed Raslila with the gopis who are like his cousin sisters and these and that and blah blah blah. So therefore he said, all right, I'm not going to tell them that Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yashoda. I'm going to hide that secret. And I will tell them that Krishna is the son of Vasudeva. He was born in the Kshatriya dynasty. And he spotted with the cowherd damsels who are of the Gopa dynasty, or who are of the cowherd community, Vaishya community, one step lower. So there should not be any problem. A Kshatriya boy is sporting with the Vaishya girls. There shouldn't be any problem legally, because Kshatriya can get married to Vaishya community woman. Obviously, Kshatriya cannot marry a Brahmin woman unless there is an emergency, as in the case of Yayati and Devyani. But generally speaking, there should not be any problem. So therefore, to avoid the trouble and Krishna being criticized, Sukdev Goswami may have said that Krishna is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. But his real intent is actually that Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yashoda. His brother, friends and relatives, servants and maidservants, and all the residents of Braja, along with the excellence of their respective rasas. Now, brother of Krishna is Balram. Balram. Alahati Bhiti Milita Yamunabham. Keshava Dhruta Haradhara Rupa Jai Jagadisha. When we say Ram, it means Balaram. Balaram means actually the strength. Nayam Atma Balahine Labhyo. न मे दयाना बहुना श्रुतेन यमे वेशमृणते तेन लभ्यस्तस्य ईश आत्मा विमृणते तमसाम. So you need great strength, and if you need great spiritual strength to have darshan of Krishna, and who gives the strength? Brother of Krishna called Balramji gives that. So Balram is very dear to Krishna, and Krishna has friends. Who are the friends? Subal, Dam, Vasudam, Stok, Krishna, Bringa, Koki. The Priyanam Sakhas are there, Pita Mardak, and you see Jaiva many Sakhas of Krishna have been described. Shridham is the elder brother of Krishna. He is also friend of Krishna. But he cannot reveal heart to Shridham, because he is having an affair with Radharani, who is the brother of, who is the sister of Shridham. So how much he can explain secrets to Shridham? Understand? But he can explain the secret of his heart to Subal, who is the Priyanam Sakha. Shridham is not Priyanam Sakha. He is a Sakha, but not Priyanam Sakha. Priyanam Sakhas are even more intimate. Then there are relatives. Krishna has relatives. Who are the relatives of Krishna? There is uncle, Upananda Maharaj. So also Krishna has a grandmother. She is, I think, Variyasi Devi or something. Yashoda's mother. Her grandmother is there. Grandfather is there. Krishna's grandfather. Who is Krishna's grandfather? So Parjanya Maharaj's grandfather. These are all relatives of Krishna. Krishna has servants also. For example, you'll see that Krishna has two servants. So they are also serving Krishna, but they don't really have a mood of servitorship 100%. Because in Braj, it is difficult to find 100% mood of servitorship. They will also sometimes take Krishna in their laps and they'll kiss Krishna's cheeks and show parental affection to him. But Krishna has servants also, but not pure servants. 100% pure Dasyaras is not possible in Braj. It is only possible in Ayodhya or Dwarka. Krishna also has maid servants. Maid servants, they are serving Krishna. And all the residents of Vraja. All the residents of Vraja, along with the excellence of their respective rasas. So Krishna will give us darshan not alone, but all his associates, friends, relatives, servants, maid servants, all will have darshan of everyone. To a sadhaka who is very advanced, who has developed prema. After submerging that devotee in the most enchanting waves of the blissful darshan of his eternal companions, Krishna, along with his entourage, so devotee will be submerged in the most enchanting waves of the blissful darshan of his eternal companions. The devotee, will be dumbstruck what he can speak now. If he has seen Krishna along with Radharani, there is one song in Hindi, they say that Itna to karna swami jab pran tan se nikale. इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले. So here the devotee is praying that when I give up my body, when life ever departs my body, oh Lord, do one thing, you give me darshan and Radhe ko saath lana jab pran tan se nikale. And bring Radharani also along with you. But Krishna is not just bringing Radharani here, he's bringing the Sakhis. Rita, Vishaka, Subal, Dam, Vasudam, Shok Krishna, Sakas, and also all relatives, grandmother, grandfather, everyone, everyone, Krishna will bestow darshan on the sadhaka like that, who has got success. So devotee will be immersed in the ocean of bliss and seeing eternal companions of Krishna and entourage. But then that vision will vanish. Now, why does the vision vanish? Why doesn't it stay like that? In order to create eagerness, because the devotee may reach the stage of prema, but if he keeps on having vision, then he will remain stagnant at the stage of prema. But he has to go to the sneha, man, pranay, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav. So some eagerness has to be created. Like for example, Bhagwan appeared before Dhruva, gave him momentary vision, and also Narad Muni, also he had a momentary vision of Krishna, and that vision disappeared. So the condition of Narad Muni became like fish out of water. But why did Krishna do so? Because to create eagerness in the heart of Narad Muni to make further advancement. Otherwise, the love will remain stagnant. So the love is actually like a river. It has two banks, meeting and separation. So Krishna will also ensure that after giving the vision, he will also disappear from eyes of the devotee. So here, after hearing the Premi Bhakta speak many such words of lamentation, Sri Krishna blesses the aspirant of Manjari Bhav by granting him darshan of the excellence of his rasa-filled pastimes with Sri Radharani. What is Manjari Bhav? Manjari Bhav means to be the maid servant of Radharani. What is Manjari? Manjari is actually, for example, Tulsi plant, you may see Tulsi plant as leaves, then some soft buds will develop. That is called Manjari. Manjari literally means birds. For example, Krishna is like a tamal tree, Radharani is like the desire creeper embracing that tamal tree. And that desire creeper of Radharani, it doesn't have leaves. The leaves are like Sakhis. If leaves are not there, then any creeper will not look charming. So without the Sakhis, the creeper cannot look very beautiful. So Sakhis are also required. And then Manjaris are like the birds. Manjaris are like the birds. So Sakhis are like the leaves and the flowers of that creeper, and Manjaris are like birds. So Manjaris, they have not mood of competition with Radharani, but they are the mood of service towards Radharani. They say that let Radharani serve Krishna and we will assist in her service. We will help her in her service. So that is the Manjari mood. So her Sakhis like Lalita and Manjari is like Rupa and other confidential companions who assist in Madhur Rasa. So Krishna will grant the sadhakas who are aspiring for Manjari Bhav the darshan of his excellent rasa-filled pastimes with Srimati Radharani. And pastimes also with Lalita and Manjaris like Shri Rupa and other confidential companions who assist in Madhur Rasa. So Krishna is not sporting alone with Radharani, but also through lattice windows in the Kunja, the Manjaris are watching Radha Krishna's confidential pastimes. You can see that in Shamarani's painting. It's a very confidential topic. So Krishna will bestow the vision of all the gopis and also Manjaris to the Sadhaka. Especially there are 8 Manjaris. There are 8 Sakhis of Krishna, Lalita, Vishaka, Tungi, Vidya, Ranga Devi, Champaka, Sudevi. And also there are 8 Manjaris like Rup Manjari, Lavang Manjari, Vilas Manjari, Manjulali Manjari. Like 8 Manjaris are prominent. So Krishna will bestow the darshan of Rup Manjari and other Manjaris also to the sadhaka. This is very nice. Along with darshan of the matchless treasure of Sri Vrindavan splendor. So now it is called the matchless splendor of Vrindavan. Why it is called matchless splendor of Vrindavan? Because in Vrindavan there is Yoga Pit, Mahayoga Pit, and there that service you cannot see anywhere else. Because in Vaikuntha also the rasa becomes little restricted because there is so much mood of awe and reverence. In Dwarka also there are water sports and Rukmini and all performing pastimes, but it is also restricted. And also in Ayodhya also there is some awe and reverence. So only one wife is allowed, Sita Devi. And Sita also has Sakhis. So I have seen some sadhakas who are in mood of being Sakhi of Sita. But still there is restriction. But Krishna's pastimes unrestricted, incomparable. And unable to bear the weight of this exceedingly profound feeling of ecstasy, the devotee falls unconscious. Now, how much can this feeble body handle? So when he gets these, very high-class visions of Krishna's pastimes and associates, the devotee's body just falls unconscious. And Shri Hari disappears along with Shri Dham, Vrindavan and his companions. So Lord Hari will disappear from the vision. He will take along with him his Vrindavan Dham and his companions. Everything will disappear. The sadhak will just swoon and fall unconscious. This is actually what happens to sadhaka. So this is not, we cannot imagine what is going on because we haven't reached that stage, but we can read about it through the pain of Sri Vishwanath Thakur because he is actually eternal Sakhi of Radha Krishna. So he is actually Manjari of Radha Krishna. So he knows this. He can giving us the first-hand information as to what happens to the sadhaka who has had the vision of Krishna's sweet pastime. So we'll stop here today. We are actually going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam also. And because we have promised that we'll discuss some Bhagavatam every day. So thank you so much. Page number will be noted of Madhuri Kadambini. So we are actually going to begin Bhagavatam. I will separately message Vishaka Didi the page number so that she can make a note of it and communicate to other devotees what page we stopped at. So as yesterday, we stopped at Srimad Bhagavatam. Where to read Srimad Bhagavatam? Pandit Sajjangani Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayati Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhagavati Naishtiki. पंडित सज्जनगण ही देश काल पात्र का विवेचन करके श्रोताओं के उद्देश्य से भागवत कथा की आलोचना करने के अधिकारी. So who can discuss Bhagavad Katha? The scholars can discuss Bhagavad Katha. They should see what country they are in, what time it is, and what are the who are listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. So they should speak Bhagavatam as per the level of the speaker of the listeners, and what country they belong to, and what time. So like Srila Gurudev also. Because Srila Gurudev, he used to speak Katha in Mathura, little high level. But when he used to go to the Western preaching, he used to explain the basic concepts. because it is futile to explain very advanced concepts to the devotees who are not conversant with these high topics. But in Mathura, the devotees are very serious and they're very advanced, living, practicing bhajan for last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and many lifetimes. So sometimes, but when going to the Western countries, the Gurudev Katha used to be starting from the basic, from Dhruva Maharaj Bhakti, then Prahlad Maharaj Bhakti, then Ambarish Maharaj Bhakti, Hanuman's Bhakti, Pandavas Bhakti, then Uddhav Bhakti, then Gopis Prem. He used to explain from Brad Bhagavatamritam. So Bhagavatam should be also explained as per the level of the listeners. Especially, we cannot in public describe this Manjari Bhav which we describe in Madhura Kadambini in the open public. But here we can tell about Prahlad Maharaj devotion and the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. They are more beneficial for the newcomers. So Tyagi, वैष्णव ब्राह्मण वदान्य वेद शास्त्र में पारंगत दृष्टांतों की व्याख्या करने से कुशल निष्ठुर धीर वक्ता पंडित और भगवत भक्त ही पाठक होने योग्य है. Now, who can speak Bhagavad Katha? That person must be renounced. If he is too attached, to money, for example, the speaker is interested in money. He is expecting that he will get 11 lakh rupees or maybe $10,000 or $20,000 as charity for speaking Bhagavad Katha. And listeners are interested in bhakti, and they are thinking that we want bhakti from the speaker, but speaker is anchoring for money. Then there is a mismatch. Understand? So if the speaker is also Krishnarthi, means he is also interested in Krishna consciousness and bhakti, and listener is also interested in bhakti, then it's a good match. But suppose the listener or the members of audience, they are only interested in money. They are conducting Bhagavatam so that they can please Lord Krishna and earn more money. And then the speaker is interested in preaching Krishna consciousness in genuine fashion. As a result, what will happen? That there will be mismatch. Because the listeners are interested in earning more money by pleasing Lord Krishna, and the speaker wants to give them Krishna Bhakti. So speaker will always tell them that this material world is futile and there is no point in this material world. It is just waste of time to engage in material activities. It is just waste of time to run after women or men or getting very good job or big mansion. One day you'll have to die. This mansion will go away. Your wife will become old one day. Your boyfriend will become old. Your son also may have problems. So don't worry about sons and daughters. Just chant Hare Krishna. Then the listeners will say, wait a minute. He is trying to make us like him. But we don't want to give up our attachment to wife, children, family, job, career. So there is a mismatch. Understand? So if the speaker is interested in Krishna consciousness, the listener should also be interested in Krishna consciousness. And especially the speaker should be Vaishnava Brahman. Vaishnava Brahman means he should be may not be born in Brahmin family, but he should be accepted Vaishnava fold and taken second initiation. So then he becomes Vaishnava, which is superior than a Brahmin. I will give an example that Narottam Das Thakur was not born in Brahmin family, but he was a very excellent speaker of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. His songs are full of the purport of Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavatam. How this happened? He was not born in Brahmin family, he was born in Kayastha family. Or Bhaktivinoda Thakur was not born in Brahmin family. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada not born in Brahmin family. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj was not born in Brahmin family. Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj also not born in Brahmin family. Srila Gurudev was born in Brahmin family. But Srila Gurudev or Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj or Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, they were very exalted Vaishnavas. And true Vaishnava is very understand. Vedana most Krishna is real Vaishnava and Brahmana. So Vadanya is very famous. Because we are speaking, when we are speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, it will be very beneficent. Beneficent means like Shukdev Goswami. Did Shukdev Goswami tell that, I will be speaking 7 day Bhagavatam and you have to give me 10 lakhs advance, 10 lakh rupees, and then 5 lakh after the Katha, and then I will come by chartered airplane, and then I will bring this and that, I will bring 10 musicians. one will be harmonium player, one will be keyboard player, one will be tabla player. Each one will get 1 lakh rupees. Pranam. No, nothing. Vadanya means, oh, sit under the tree, naked. No, yeah, no need of any asan, and no need of any donation. Simply sit and hear Harikatha. This is called Vadanyata. Mahaprabhu is also like that. Namo Mahavadanya, Krishna Prema Pradaya, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya, Nane Gorak Vishyadama. So the speaker should be munificent. He should have compassion for the living entity. He should speak not with the intention of making any money out of Katha, but only that the listeners will benefit. And he should also know the conclusion of the Veda Shastra. He should have very much transparency in the knowledge of Veda Shastra. दृष्टांतों की व्याख्या करने में कुशल. Also, there are some examples have to be given. Drishtanta means some examples have to be. You have to explain the tattva through examples. Srila Gurudev used to give us very good examples. For example, he used to tell us that one person was being chased by a tiger, and that person entered into a blind well using two branches or two creepers, and then he saw that these two creepers were being nibbled or chewed up by two rats, black rat and white rat. Black rat represents the night time, white rat represents the daytime. And on the base of the well, he saw giant cobra hissing at him. The giant cobra is time factor, and this tiger represents death, something like this. So basically, we come to know that this material world is like a tiger chasing us, and then we entering into the blind well of material existence, and then the two branches which we are holding on tightly, they are actually for last 50 years. So we should be able to give the examples. And we are drinking the honey because there is some honeycomb on those two creepers which are in the well, and honeycomb is shaking, so some honey is falling on the tongue, and the person who's holding to these two creepers and about to fall any time in the well, and that honey is giving him some sweet taste on his tongue, and that honey is the honey of our attachment to the babies, children, and mother, father, like that. So he should be able to give some good drishtanta examples, and he should be be completely free from detachment. He should be forbearance, and he's called Vakta. Vakta means he's actually a good scholar. And Pandit means a big scholar. So Bhagavad Bhakta means a devotee of Bhagavan. So he can become a speaker of Bhagavatam. Bahudharma Yaji, Panchopasak. Bahudharma Yaji means Panchopasak. Um, for one who's actually worshipping in India, actually they say that you should worship 5 deities. Who are the 5 deities? They say we should worship Ganesh, Surya, and then Durga, Shiva, and Vishnu. Actually, we are not interested in worshipping many demigods. We worship Krishna, and anyone else we worship also Shiva or Ganesh in relationship to Krishna. Means we don't disrespect Ganesh and Shiva, but we see them in relationship with Krishna. That Krishna's son is Vishnu's son is Brahma, and Brahma's son is Shiva, and Shiva's son is Ganesh, and everything coming from Vishnu. So yatha tarur mula nishecharena trupyanti tat skanda bhujopashakha pranopahara chetendriyanam sarva haranam evam achyutecha. If you water the root of the tree, then the whole tree is nourished. So why worship different demigods? And no need to worship different demigods. Krishna is the root of everything. Yasmai tushte jagat tushte. Krishna is happy, all demigods are happy. So there is no need of any Panchopasana. We should worship only Vishnu. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param. Tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarjanam. Let worship among all the gods. The greatest worship is the worship of Vishnu. And superior than the worship of Vishnu is the worship of Vishnu's devotees. So this is important. Bhranta. The speaker should not be Bhranta. The speaker should not be deluded. And he should not be strayed. Strayed means actually he should not be attached to women. A lot of times what happens that the speakers They speak such eloquently that they develop many girlfriends from the audience. Many married women also attracted, and sometimes unmarried girls are obviously attracted because he's speaking good and sometimes maintaining long hair and very wonderful silk clothes, and they develop illicit affairs with the women. And then what happens that the name of the Sanatan Dharma is spoiled by that. Recently, what happened that some Maharaj sent one of his disciples to speak Ram Katha, and then one married lady hosted the Katha, and husband and that lady, and then he eloped with the married lady. Then that man lost his wife, and then he lost the faith in that Maharaj also deserved particular marriage. So should be not attached to women at all. The speaker should be attached only to Krishna. He should regard them like his mother and sister. He's not Pashandal. Pashandal means he's not etched. There are speakers, there are in India, there are different speakers also. There are also some Jain people who speak but they are following Jain Mat, which is actually Pashanda. Pashanda means uh, atheistic opinion. So Ram was also a big scholar actually, but he was completely atheistic. He didn't accept that Ram has any potency. So such a person is not qualified to speak Bhagavad Gita. And वक्ता के निकट ही पंडित को तो संशय का छलन करने वाले ब्रह्म का संशोधन करने में पट्टू सज्जन को स्थान प्रदान करना चाहिए. So the speaker should be there, then the pandit should be situated. A scholar should also be situated. And also another saintly person should also sit next to the speaker who can remove the doubts. So for example, say I am speaking very good. Shripa Tandi Maharaj is also sitting next. Then I establish some Siddhanta, but I'm not able to explain it properly. Some doubt comes, and I'm not able to clarify that doubt. Then Shripa Dandi Maharaj will tell that, this is the thing, that is the thing. Vishnu Maharaj is not able to explain properly, but this is the Siddhanta. So some high-class devotee also should sit to the speaker, so that he can remove the doubts of the audience. Or any so expert scholars should also be given a seat near the speaker. वक्ता को व्रत पालन के पूर्व दिन यथाविधि मुंडन आदि कर लेना चाहिए. So the speaker will take a vow that I am going to speak Bhagavad Katha for 7 days. So before the Bhagavad Katha will begin, the speaker will shave his head. और व्रत के दिन अरुणोदय के समय शौच स्नान आदि करके संक्षेप में नित्य संध्या वंदन आदि का अनुष्ठान करना चाहिए. And on the day of Vrata, at the time of sunrise, before sunrise, he should take bath, pass stool, and cleanse his body, get fresh, and then he should take bath. And he should briefly perform Sandhya Vandan. He should do Achman and then chant the Gayatri Mantra and offer his prayers briefly. विघ्न विनाश के लिए भक्ति भाव से गणेश जी के आराध्य श्री से विधि पूजा करनी चाहिए. Because what happens that any endeavor, any good endeavor or any endeavor, generally speaking, materialistic or spiritual endeavor, there are many times obstacles come. So in India there is a system that they worship Ganesh because they know that Ganesh will remove the obstacles. Yad pada pankaja, yad pada pallava vinidhaya kumbha, dvandve pranama samay saganadhiraja, vignan vihantamalamasya jagatrayasya govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami. So Ganesh ji holding the lotus feet of Govinda on his head is able to remove all the obstacles in the bhakti. So Ganesh gets the strength of removing the obstacles by the mercy of the lotus feet of Govinda. So then someone may say that why not worship Ganesh because he can remove obstacles. Then here Brahma Samhita speaker, Lord Brahma is telling that if Ganesh can remove the obstacles, certainly Govinda can also remove the obstacles because Govinda is only alone empowering our Ganesh ji. So here the Gurudev is telling that you worship Nrsingadev. He is Sarva Vigna Vinasha Nrsingadev. So therefore we should worship Nrsingadev. How we worship Nrsingadev? You have a picture of Lakshmi Nrsingadev with Prahlad, and then you can chant the prayers. Vagishayasya vadane लक्ष्मीर्या च वक्षसि यस्यास्ते हृदये Vagish, the god of learning Saraswati, is residing on the in the mouth of Shri Nrsimhadev. Vagisha Yasya Vadane Lakshmi Yasya Cha Vakshati, and Lakshmi is resting on the chest of Nrsimhadev. Yasyaste Hridaya Samvit. In this heart, actually the Samvit Shakti, knowledge potency is present. Tam Nrsimha Maham Bhaje. And Nrsimhadev is not angry at all. He is angry with the non-devotees, but for devotees he is absolutely fabulous, loving, gentle like mother, father. Ugropyanugrahevayam savaktanam nrukeshari keshari vasvapotanam annesham ugravikrama. The tigress or lioness may be very angry with other animals, but for her own cubs, she is very gentle. So like that, Nrsimhadev is very gentle for his devotees. So with some mantras like Shri Narsinga, Jai Jai Narsinga, Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Vringa. Oh, with this mantra, you can very easily chant the prayers to Lord Narsingadev. Very happily, you can chant the prayers to Narsingadev. Or obviously, the prayer from Gita Govinda and Narsinga Puran. Namaste Narasinghaya Praladalhadadaya हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः शीलाटङ्कानखालयितो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह वही नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव कर कमलवरे नखामद्भुत श्रृंगा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपूर तानुभृङ्गां केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे. We can pray like this. Then Narsingadev will remove the obstacles. We can do arti to Narsingadev, offer him lamp, tulsi at his lotus feet, and also we can offer incense stick. Very good. So incense stick also not in India. There is incense stick which is made of bamboo. But Shripa Dandi Maharaj says that all the chemical incense stick is not good. Like we can use from cow dung and gugul, fragrant substance. We can make some dhoop stick. We'll see. We can make it in Anandham here. So that is more auspicious. तत्पश्चात चित्त शुद्धि के लिए एक मनोहर मंडल की रचना करके इसकी हरि को वहां स्थापित कर कृष्ण मंत्रोच्चारण करते हुए यथाविधि उनका करना चाहिए. After that, for purification heart, you should draw a nice mandala. Mandalas you can see on internet how they draw very nice mandalas. So Rangoli basically design, and then Lord Shri Hari should be established in that design. And then we should chant the Krishna mantra. Now, it is not specified with Krishna mantra, but it may be Gopal mantra or Hare Krishna mantra. And we should do Archan of Bhagwan. Archan of Bhagwan, Archan Pujan. Archan is done with like food bath water, etat patyam, etat achamaniyam, mouth for water for washing mouth, and then paniyam, then something to drink, etat madhuparkam. What is madhuparka? One part of milk, one part of yogurt, and one part of honey. So that is how one very sweet drink is formed. That actually drink is very good. Rajaraj Maharaj was telling that if you drink one glass of madhuparka, you can perform another Govardhan Parikrama, although you may be very tired. So how the madhuparka is made? 100 ml of milk, 100 ml of milk, and 100 ml of curd or yogurt, and 100 ml of honey, pure honey. If that drink is offered to the Lord, Lord is very pleased. You can take the prasad of Bhagwan after that, offering to Bhagwan. So proper archan should be done, giving asan to the Lord and all. इसके बाद उनकी परिक्रमा प्रणाम और पूजा के अंत में भक्ति युक्त चित्त से उनकी इस प्रकार स्तुति करनी चाहिए. After that we should do परिक्रमा of Bhagwan. परिक्रमा means circumambulating Bhagwan. We should do pranam to Bhagwan, and then we should do puja of Bhagwan. Then we should glorify Bhagwan like this. हे करुणा निधे, मैं दीन इस संसार सागर में मग्न हूँ. Means here we are praying that, O Karunanidhi, ocean of mercy. Karunanidhi means is the ocean of mercy. Now the ex chief minister of ex chief minister of Tamil Nadu also is the Mas Karunanidhi. Karunanidhi means ocean of mercy. Actually, that is a Sanskrit name, but it is the name of Krishna. Karunanidhi. So मैं दीन इस संसार में मग्न हूँ, मुझे कर्म मोह रूपी मगरमच्छ ने निगल लिया है. So here, praying that, oh ocean of mercy, I am very wretched and fallen. I have fallen in this ocean of repeated birth and deaths. And this karma moha means attachment to the fruitive activities. So this particular crocodile has swallowed my foot. आप कृपा कर इस भव सागर से मेरा उद्धार कीजिए. Please rescue me from this ocean of repeated birth and death. इसके पश्चात भक्ति भाव से विशेष यज्ञ के साथ विधि पूर्वक दीप धूप दीपादि नाना उपारों के द्वारा शास्त्र चूड़ामणि श्रीमद् भागवत की पूजा करनी चाहिए. After that, we have to pray to the book Bhagavatam, the scripture Bhagavatam, with great effort, and following the proper process. We should offer dhupa. Dhupa means actually the cow dung and some scented material mixed together. That is dhupa. And deepa means lamb. Or it can be oil lamb. Oil lamb means which oil? Ingudi. Ingudi means castor oil. Castor is very good for making lamps. Castor oil is not. Sunday, we remember mother used to give us 2 spoons of castor oil. We used to close our nostril, close our nose, our fingers, and somehow we used to swallow that. It gets odorless and very tasteless oil. And then we have to wait for some hours, and then we pass stool and all dirt and insects come from the stomach. But anyway, that castor oil is also good for offering lamps. Ghee lamp is fine. It can get. But it is not there in coconut oil also is used. I have seen coconut oil. In Tirupati, 150 rupees a liter. Very good coconut oil. That it can be used. Or this particular oil, gingerly oil means sesame oil is also fine. But scriptures especially tells us the castor oil. So Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj used to tell that all our communities should not have any electricity. We should simply use castor. We plant the castor trees and extract the castor oil and light up the castor lamps in the night and chant Hare Krishna all night and daytime do Seva of Radha Krishna. And we should depend on nature, no electricity, no automobiles, no cars, no vehicles. Simply bullock cart and natural lifestyle, simple living, high thinking. And there are still some communities out there like that, living on these old principles. Because people have become so addicted to the gadgets and comforts of life. And suppose you cannot, if you cannot maintain these in the future, there is an energy crisis. Anytime I climb a lift, anytime I enter into an elevator, I'm just worried that if electricity goes away, what will happen to me? I'll be trapped inside this elevator for so many hours in this small box, iron box. I don't know whether I'll survive it or not. Many times due to this fear, we may call it a phobia, but I think inevitably when I enter the elevator. Not that I shun elevator. There may be some name for this phobia. I don't have that phobia, but I'm certainly aware of the danger. And because so many people die while entering the elevator or getting off the elevator, in the elevator. So anything that man has invented also has some downside. So anyways, I'm not against science, but simple lifestyle. Then we have to offer many types of upahar. Upahar, I would say, golden ornaments. That is also maybe gift, and also fruits, flowers, sweets can be offered to Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam is also person. It is called Shastra Chudamani, crest jewel of all the scriptures. तत्पश्चात प्रसन्न चित्त से अनेक स्तव स्तुति करते हुए ग्रंथराज को प्रणाम करके इस प्रकार दीन वाक्य उच्चारण करने चाहिए. So after that, with very pleasant heart, we should offer many prayers and glorification, and we should do pranam to Grantharaj, Srimad Bhagavatam. And speaking some Dina Vakya, like words of humility, words of humility. We should pray, oh Srimad Bhagavatam, you are the best of the Puranas. आप साक्षात कृष्ण, यू आर डायरेक्टली कृष्णा हिमसेल्फ। इस भवसागर से मुक्ति पाने के लिए मैं आपको नाविक के रूप में वर्ण करता हूँ। So we are telling the Bhagavatam that I accept you. There is an unfathomable, boundless, limitless ocean of birth and death. It is really one ocean like that, right? Shipad Dandi Maharaj tells us that if we collect the milk we are drunk from all the mothers, you know that the mother gives breast milk. Child survives on that breast milk. If you collect that breast milk which the child has drunk in every lifetime, and you keep that breast milk of all the mothers we have drunk so far, that breast milk itself will fill up an Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean. That is called Bhavsagar. We are repeatedly taking birth and we are repeatedly dying. So Bhagavan that you become a boatman to this ocean of, you become the boatman. Hey Keshava. Now what he is addressing as Bhagavatam as Keshava. You are the manifestation of Keshava. What is the meaning of Keshava? We see Keshava is Krishna. Keshava Dhruta Meena Sharira, Keshava Dhruta Kurma Sharira, Keshava Dhruta Buddha Sharira. So Krishna has taken many incarnations, but Krishna's name is Keshava. Like Mahaprabhu used to sing in separation of Krishna. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam. So Keshan Vayateti Krishna. Keshan Vayateti Krishna. Who decorates the hair of Radharani, that is Krishna. Or whose hair is also very beautiful, that is Krishna. Or Keshan Vayati Samskarati iti Krishna. One who decorates the hair of Radharani. For example, Radharani told Krishna, after Radha and Krishna disappeared from Raslila, that at Shringarvat she told that, please decorate my hair. And Krishna took some wonderful flower garland and decorated the hair of Radharani. So you can see that Krishna got the name Keshav after that. Means he decorated the hair of Radharani. But Krishna is also called, if you take the Aishwarya Parak Vyakhya, then Ka means Ka. Ka means Brahma. Isha means um, Lord Shiva, and Va means the Lord of them. So Keshava means the Lord of Brahma and Shiva. Keshava. That is another meaning actually. आप मेरे मनोरथ को निर्विघ्न सफल कीजिए. So we have Manorath. Manorath means actually Ratham is chariot. Please fulfill the desire of my chariot of my mind. Because mind is running very fast. With the desires of the mind also very fast like a chariot. So fulfill my mental desires. Whatever desires are in my mind, please fulfill me. And please fulfill my desires without any obstacle. No obstacle should come in my desires. मैं आपका दास हूँ और आप ही मेरा एकमात्र सहारा है. So we have to tell Bhagavatam that I am your servant of Bhagavatam. Oh Srimad Bhagavatam, I am your servant and you are my master. You are my master. You are my only shelter also. Because we are now no shelter. So Bhagavatam is our only shelter. Krishna is Bhagavatam and that's why he is our only shelter. इसके बाद कथा का आयोजन करने वाले वृत्ति को वक्ता की वस्त्र आभूषण आदि के द्वारा पूजा करनी चाहिए. So now the speaker should be also be worshipped. Now one who is arranging the Srimad Bhagavatam means he has taken the vow that I will listen to Srimad Bhagavatam 7 days, following the vow of celibacy along with my wife, sleeping on the ground, eating once a day, and I will listen to Bhagavad Gita without criticizing anyone. That is called Vrati. He has taken the vow. Now that person who has taken the vow of hearing Bhagavatam, he should worship the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam with clothes. And many types of ornaments. तत्पश्चात इस प्रकार स्तुति करनी चाहिए. How you should glorify? आप श्री शुक स्वरूप लोगों को समझाने में विशेष पारदर्शी और सर्वशास्त्र विशारद है. Then one who is arranging the Srimad Bhagavad Katha, they should tell the speaker that you are the very manifestation of Shukdev Goswami.
that you are not different from Shukdev Goswami. And you are very qualified to explain the Siddhanta of Bhagavad to everyone. Means you have transparency in the knowledge of Bhagavatam. And you are qualified and learned in all the scriptures. आप दया प्रकाशित कर मेरे अज्ञान का विनाश कर. So now the person who is arranging Bhagavad Katha, who has taken the vow of arranging and listening to Bhagavad Katha, he should pray to the speaker that please you should remove my ignorance. व्रति को अपने हित के लिए कथा के आरंभ से लेकर उसके अंत तक अर्थात 7 दिन एवं 7 रात तक सभी नियमों का यथाशक्ति पालन करने का प्रयत्न करना चाहिए. So one who is arranging Harikatha and one has taken the vow of arranging Harikatha, he should actually be very worried about his own welfare. So what he should do right from the first day of Harikatha till the end, means from all the 7 days and 7 nights, he should try to follow all the rules and regulations to the best of his ability. If it is beyond ability, you should not worry about it. But as much as you can. Suppose 7 days you can take only milk, that is fine. But it's not possible for you, then take prasad once in a day. If that is also not possible, okay, take twice in a day. But hear Harikatha. Hear Harikatha from Rasik Vaishnavas. That is more important. Rules and regulations are important, but not as important as suppose you are following all the rules and regulations, but sleeping during Harikatha. That is not good. If you fall asleep, Harikatha is lost. Then, प्रति को वैष्णव का मतलब कीर्तन आदि करने पूजा so they should also worship the Brahmanas who are preaching. And moreover, you should also worship those who are performing kirtan. And Lokachintam worry about people and worry about the money. Because a lot of times we are very worried about the money. Sometimes we are worried about the guru, means household, and we are worried about the sons and daughters also. So we should give up all these worries and we should be absorbed in pure heart in Srimad Bhagavad Katha. And he should pray for good results. सुधी पाठकों को सूर्योदय से कथा आरंभ कर सार्ध त्रिप्रहरा विधि 3.5 प्रहर तक उत्तम रूप से स्पष्ट भाषा में तथा धीर कंठ से पाठ करना चाहिए. So intelligent speakers, intelligent readers should begin Harikatha at Suryoday. Suryoday means from the sunrise. And then Sardha Tripraharavadi. So 2.5 hours, they speak Katha in very clear language. And Dhira Kanth is actually very nice voice. में 2 minute का काम होता है. So noon time, 8 minutes, the Bhagavad Katha will take rest. Vishnu even for 40 minutes noon time. That time also there is a process of performing kirtan. The Vaishnava should perform Hari Kirtan. मलमूत्र के वेग से बचने के लिए एक बार ही सबका भोजन करना चाहिए. मैं देखो there is a great force of mala, means passing stool and urine. In order to protect from force and urine, here should take only limited food, limited prasad. So not eat over it. And but
used to joke. It says, imperfect workman blames his tools. There is one proverb in English, imperfect workman blames his tools. He used to sometimes say, imperfect workman blames his tools. Then they told Sridhar Maharaj that, Maharaj, it is not tools. It is not stools. It is tools. He said, no, no. Imperfect workman blames his tools. He says, first, if the first serving is offered, he said, the first serving is offered and the second serving of the food is not offered. He used to say, means whatever they given in the plate in the beginning, that is what is offered to you. Second time you demand something that is not offered. They are given to you because you demanded it. So if you take a second serving, then you are inviting more stools. Used to say like this. Tirthapatra used to tell me what the memories of Sridhar Maharaj. I didn't associate with him, but I have memories of Tirthapatra. So not over it. Too much time will be spent with food and urine. And then whatever is comfortable food, light food, you should be taken, and only once in a day, and you should hear Harikatha. समर्थ होने पर पूर्ण सप्ताह तक उपवास करते हुए अथवा ऐसे अच्छे पान करो listeners just fast, not getting it. You cannot fast all the time. Then honey, rice butter, and milk. Have to wear body. You want to get fruit or like. He is a great kind of fruit. So morning time he says that he takes light fruit, papaya, and he doesn't take apple, papaya, mango, and any fruit, banana. He takes fruit. Kiwi, whatever fruit is available, reasonable is available, because fruit is easily digestible. Because some people are also suffering from many problems. So fruit is very good for curing many diseases also. श्रवण के लिए जो सुख साध्य हो वैसा करना ही कर्तव्य है. So we should try to understand that whatever is good for hearing, we should try to do that. यदि भागवत श्रवण करते समय आलस्य न आए तो भोजन करना ही उत्तम है. Suppose you don't feel lethargic, you don't feel lazy, then all right, take prasadam. Take no harm, honor prasadam. And there hear Harikatha. यदि उपवास श्रवण विधि को उपवास करने का दिया, yes, you must fast. Actually, fasting is causing a lot of problem in your hearing. You are not able to jumping up and down in your stomach belly. Better that what is the use of such fasting? Then honor prasadam and then hear Harikatha. No harm. More important is hearing Harikatha. Fasting is not as important. कथा व्रती श्रोताओं को कथा के अंतर का पास those things Bhagavad not on the means they should follow strict brahmacharya. Brahmacharya doesn't mean just celibacy, but also remembering Krishna all the time. Someone should sleep separately, far away, and chant Krishna, follow celibacy, and remember Krishna all the time. If husband and wife have decided to arrange Bhagavad Katha, they should follow celibacy. They should sleep on the ground, don't sleep on very comfortable couch or comfortable bed. Rather sleep, put a mat on the ground and sleep on the ground. And pattal mein bhojan karna chahiye. They should honor prasadam not in a steel plate, or they should eat in a leaf plate. If possible, you can better take prasad in a leaf plate when Bhagavad Katha is doing. उन्हें दाल, शहद, तेल, गरिष्ठ भोजन, भाव, दुष्ट, कुभावना से बना हुआ परिचित, बासी और शास्त्र निषिद्ध अन्नादि का वर्जन करना चाहिए. They should not take dal. Dal means actually the dal. And they should not take honey. They should not take oil. And they should not take very heavy food, garishta bhojan. Also the food that is cooked with ill conception, bad conception, that should not be taken. And don't take food that is rotten. And also don't take foodstuffs which are forbidden in the scriptures like meat, fish, eggs, mushrooms, onion, garlic, carrots. Don't take that. काम क्रोध मद मान मात्सर्य लोभ दंभ मोह द्वेषादि का परित्याग कर वेद वैष्णव ब्राह्मण प्रति महा इनकी को एक not vicious lust and anger and madness and darkness, greed. So all these hatred, they should keep it up. Rather, they should um, don't criticize the Vedas, don't criticize Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, spiritual master, cows, or those are engaging in austerities. Don't criticize women and the king and great personalities. रजस्वला अंत्यज म्लेच्छ पातकी सावित्री पतित ब्राह्मण देशिया फिर वेद बाह्य लोगों के साथ वार्तालाप न करके. So when Harikatha is going on, don't speak with a woman who is in menstruation. Generally, you should avoid talking to a woman who is in menstruation anytime, but especially when Bhagavad Katha is going on. Anteja, don't speak with the persons who are born in a dog eater family and who are not corrected themselves, who are not become Vaishnava yet, but remain following the mood of a dog eater. Then don't speak with such persons. Don't speak with the mlechas, Muslims and Christians who are like meat eaters. Mlecha means meat eaters. Don't speak with the pataki, very common person, sinful persons. Don't speak with the persons who are Savitri Pati. There are a lot of people Gayatri mantras, they to chant the Gayatri. Such persons and Bhagavad Gita. There are also to be very careful that if you accepted the Gayatri mantra, then you should try to chant it twice in the morning and once in the night. But if that is not possible, then morning once, noon once, evening once you can chant. But we should not give up Gayatri. We should always keep on chanting the Gayatri mantra, morning, noon, and evening. So also, persons those who hate because Brahman with the Brahmanas. Our conduct will be exemplary. All these rules. So, um,
Haripo. Hare Krishna Rams, you are mute.
the book, so was to speak about it. And they should be given Mahaprasad. यज्ञ के अंत में मृदंग और करताल के साथ जय और नमः शब्द का ध्वनि था। This sacrifice or the katha festival finished, finished, then they perform night kirtan. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan, and then Namaha Hare Namaha Namaha. This is performed kirtan with Bhujan and Kartal. Know the question. नहीं हो तो उसके लिए suppose who is the organizer and primary listener of Bhagavad Katha is actually sannyasi or brahmacharya vanaprastha, read path. Then he should this Bhagavad Gita. और यदि वो गृहस्थ हो तो उसे कर्म शांति के लिए होमादि करना चाहिए. But he is a householder devotee, then he should दशम स्कंद की एक श्लोक के उच्चारण समाज चित्त से गायत्री का उच्चारण करते हुए गायत्री में श्रीमद् भागवत दृष्टि से होम कार्य करना चाहिए. So basically, you should do when the Bhagavad Katha is over, 7 days. You should perform fire sacrifice, taking each verse of 10 canto Bhagavatam. Now, what is the first verse of Bhagavatam, second verse, and then you take any verse from Bhagavatam. Naumidyate abrabapushe tadigambaraya gunjavatam saparipicchala sanmukhaya vanyastraje kabalavetra vishana veno lakshma shriye mrudupade pashupanya. Offering that sacrifice, nice pious and kheer, offering that sacrifice and honey also, some ghee also. Or any food, any grains like rice or something, honey, ghee, and pies. Pies means sweet rice. Should be offered with chanting Gayatri mantra also. So, because Gayatri mantra is the first mantra in Srimad Bhagavatam, one should do home karya. So, home karya karne achte ko home to vitran. Suppose you are able to perform as sacrifice. They're all right. When the home is finished, you should distribute whatever objects that are remaining. स्थान में न्यूनता अधिकता आदि अनेक प्रकार के दोष और भूल के उद्देश्य से भक्त करना करते हैं. Suppose you performed a fire sacrifice, but there was some defect or some the defect that means or some mistake for fire beside the Vishnu Sahasranam, 1000 names of Vishnu. इसके पश्चात वैष्णव और ब्राह्मणों को शहद और खीर आदि के साथ भोजन करते. After the fire sacrifice is completed, then Vaishnavas and Brahmanas should be fed with wonderful honey and sweet rice. दक्षिणा के साथ स्वर्ण युक्त गाय देकर अन्य याचकों को धन अन्नादि का दान कर संतुष्ट करना चाहिए. Then there are other Brahmanas who have come to ask charity because yachakas. They should be given some gold and also cows, some money also. They should be given as a gift. They should keep of wealth and also grains. यदि सामर्थ्य हो तो 12 तोले का स्वर्ण से निर्मित के ऊपर ग्रंथ राशि में भागवत स्थापित करके आदि के साथ आवाहन आदि विविध उपचार और वस्त्र आदि सुगंधित के द्वारा पूजा कर उसे माफन प्रदान. Suppose we are rich person, then you should take some 12 tola, 50 grams, 1 tola, so I will say into 600 grams of gold, 600 grams of gold. You should fashion one nice throne, 600 grams gold, and place Shiva Bhagavatam along with charity of the money and variety of clothes and ornaments and other scented objects. One should worship the speaker of Bhagavatam. Bhagavad. And then you should offer that golden throne as a gift to that speaker of इस प्रकार पालन करें भी पाप होकर फल प्राप्त होता है. If you follow this process of reciting Bhagavad 7 days very effort, then all Christian one obtains the holy result. सप्ताह पारायण यज्ञ का अनुष्ठान करने पर मानव धर्म अर्थ काम और मोक्ष की तिरस्कृत करने वाले पंचम पुरुषार्थ प्रेम को प्राप्त कर भगवत धाम को प्राप्त. So if you recite Bhagavatam for 7 days, you must free from all the sins and one gets good results. And one everybody is Bhagavata here, Bhagavata, 10 planet, you will get economic development, you will also get liberation also. But more than that, he will get Krishna Prem. Because if you have Krishna Prem, then what is the use of elevation to the heavenly planets or liberation? So, if someone is near Bhagavatam, will get the topmost rights, Krishna Prem, Pancham Puja, go to Bhagavad Gita. So, here at page number 33, why should I stop at 53? The other complete this. There is only one paragraph. So, श्री कृष्ण के अपने धाम के जाने के पश्चात के 30 वर्ष बीतने पर भाद्र मास की शुक्ल पक्ष में सुखदेव गोस्वामी के संभव इस भागवत कथा का आरंभ किया था. So when Krishna went to the spiritual world, then Kali Yuga had begun. 30 years of Kali Yuga began. Because when Krishna went to the spiritual world, Kali Yuga began. So that 9 days in the lunar cycle, in the bright fortnight, 9 days in the bright fortnight, in the month of Bhadrapada, Sukhdev Goswami, he recited Parishit Bhagavad Maharaj. So he had begun. Parishit Maharaj के द्वारा 7 दिन श्रवण करने के पश्चात 200 वर्ष बीतने पर पुनः आषाढ़ मास के शुक्ल पक्ष की 9वीं तिथि को गोकर्ण ने धुंधकारी के उद्देश्य से सप्ताह श्रवण एवं अनुष्ठान किया है. Maharaj heard Bhagavatam for 7 days from Sukhdev Goswami. After that, 200 years elapsed. Then, particular Ashadha is the month, in the bright night, 9 days in the bright fortnight lunar cycle. Gokarna is the mother of Dhundukha, brother. Gokarna, for the sake of Dhundukari, he performed the Srimad Bhagavatam Ashtabadi. And this Bhagavatam, sacrifice of hearing Bhagavatam. Dhundukari heard Bhagavad Gita from Gokarna 200 years after Sukhdev Goswami spoke Bhagavatam. इस होने पर वर्ष के पश्चात कार्तिक मास की शुक्ला भूमि तिथि को सदापि चतुस्सरण्य श्री नारद जी के समक्ष सप्ताह यज्ञ में भगवत कथा की गई. After Gokarna's katha was finished, 30 years after that, in the Kartik month, Shukla Nomi means actually 9 days in the bright fortnight. The word Sana, they're called Chatusara, the 4 mental born sons of our Brahma. They recited Bhagavad Gita before. So this history is ancient. And now, tomorrow onwards, tomorrow actually we'll have Devadharma Katha from 7 to 8 in English language. Then we'll begin the Sar of the first canto. Stop first canto tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Then we'll begin reciting verse by verse the first canto. So please bear with me tomorrow. Please gather on time and the link to everyone else who want to understand Bhagavatam and Jaiva Dharma. We are on mute for some time. The in the middle. So tomorrow, on the essence of the first chapter of the first canto of Bhagavatam. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vanchakar Veshya Kripa Sindhu Cha Paridanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I hope Anangman Prabhu is Yes.
Shri Guru Gorakha Shri Guru Gorakha Gandharva Giridhari Radha Vinod Bharji ki jai. Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vishnu Deity Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalokya Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalokya Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalokya Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalokya Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityalokya Vishnu Parastota Shata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada की जय। नीतिले प्रविष्ट परम भगवत प्रवार श्री श्री गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। नीतिले प्रविष्ट श्री श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नीतिले प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। श्री गौड़ीय वेदांत आचार्य श्री श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण प्रभु की जय। श्री विष्णु चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। श्री नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास रामानंद प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण प्रभुराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री रूप सनातन बात श्री गोपाल बादास सर गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर प्रसाद की जय। नाम हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसति गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। शांता द्वीप मायापुर सीमांत द्वीप गोधूम द्वीप मध्य कोला द्वीप ऋतु द्वीप जानु द्वीप मोदा ध्रुव द्वीप रुदति पद्म काशी नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री श्री राधाकृष्ण गोपाल गोपी गो गोवर्धन काशी भस्म की जय। श्री राधाकुंड श्याम कुंड गंगा युगा भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती वृंदी देवी की जय। श्री पौर्णमासी योग माया की जय। गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय। क्षेत्र मंदिर की जय। विघ्न विनाशकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। भक्त प्रभाषी प्रहलाद महाराज के चार धाम की जय। चार संप्रदाय की जय। चार आचार्य की जय। अकर मत राज चैतन्य मार्ग की जय। श्री केसरी जी गौज मत उत चक मत सम की जय। ग्रंथ श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। शरणम संकीर्तन की जय। नाथ कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। भक्त विनय की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमन हरे हरि बोल।
जय जय हरे हनुमान प्रभु की जय। एकादशी महादेव की जय। हरे कृष्ण दंडवत प्रणाम। हरे
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much. Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vishnu Deity Maharaj ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Vanchakapa Churiyasya Kripasan Vivacha.
जय जय जय
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaste.
पत्तानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much
Jagadish,
for
thank you so much.
all your time. So please send me Madhuri Kadambini where you stopped and Srimad Bhagavatam. And tomorrow, dear devotees, thank you much. Tomorrow we'll see you all same time with Java Dharma and Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Jai Vishaka Devi ki jai. Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat.
Happy Ekadashi to all of you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Happy Ekadasi, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.